Okay, so I have pulled 3 tarot cards for this new moon in Virgo, and I typically pull a past card, a present card, and a future card, and I just ask the universe to bring in whatever guidance that needs to come through. So I pulled these cards shortly before our moon circle, and the first card that I pulled is the Six of Swords. Six of Swords. So swords always represent a separation or a cutting of ties. And it's interesting that the number 6 is coming up because it's been about 6 months since we last had a moon in Virgo, and we had the full super moon in Virgo back in March. And, that was a time of a new normal, new beginnings, right? That's right when the COVID shutdown started to happen, and our world really started to turn upside down. So it's interesting that as we pull the past card, it's giving us the 6 representing these past 6 months that we've navigated through. Now, the Six of Swords in particular represents our distancing or separation from our current life or our current way of doing things, or the people that are in our life. It's a separation of that. It's a distancing of that. Sometimes it can even signify like taking a vacation. And a lot of people are taking little 2-week vacations right now when they get the sniffles or anything. But we've been on this hiatus, and we've been in this darkness, and we've been in a time of distancing ourselves from our ways so that we can move forward in a different way from here, a way that is more supported. When we pull sword cards in tarot, it's reminding us that these separations we create are for our greater good, and they're for our evolution. I almost like to think of it like we're in a hot air balloon, and that hot air balloon is tethered down to the ground, but there's so much beauty in the sky and so much insight and wisdom that will come once we rise up and we take this bigger picture. But we have to let go of what's holding us back first. And so we cut ties with things so that we can lift ourselves up. We can feel lighter. We can begin to float and feel free. So the Six of Swords is reminding us to look back, to take this introspection of the past 6 months, this crazy, unexpected journey that we were forced upon, and ask yourself what you've distanced yourself from for your greater good, because it's cut. You don't want to retie it, right? You've cut it completely. You haven't just let it fray and unwind. You've really made distance with some things that you want to change from here. So as you move forward, feel supported to continue to not let those things continue to tether you back to your old life or your old ways. You want to start to rise higher. For our present card, I pulled 7 of Wands. And as we move into this next lunar cycle, we're going to be moving into more of the 7th month, this month post 6-month shutdown, right? And 7 also represents the 7 suns. Actually, I think we pulled a 7 card on our last transmission, but it can be the 7 suns. It can be the 7 chakras. It can be any sort of representation of this holy aspect, 7 days, ritual and routine, week by week, right? 7 asks us to stay with it. The 7 of Wands, well, let's talk about the wands. When you pull a wand in tarot, the wand represents your own magic and your ability to create, okay? So right now, this 7 of Wands is reminding us to stay in the present, and the more we stay in the present, creating our present how we want it in our future, the more we're going to create that magic and attract that to us. Now notice the green on the card followed by the yellow surroundings. Okay, green is your heart chakra. We've got so much heart energy into this moon right now. So telling us to follow our heart's desires and our inner heart's truth of like what we need to do right now. Being really honest with ourselves and saying, okay, these are the things I need to do, the things that I haven't done, how I've fallen off track. This is what I need to do to move forward from here. Also understand that when you start to stay present and you really tap into being present, creating these rituals and routines that support you, you create more alignment. The number 7, you align your chakras. You feel more emotionally stable, energetically stable. And so you tend to feel more positive. So you can create your own peace and your own calm in this world that continues to be chaotic. The yellow of this card signifies your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is another place where you hold your internal fire. Your solar plexus is the fire and drive for you to show up to what you need to support yourself every single day. Solar plexus are your habits, your rituals, routines, your work, the work you need to do to stay stable. It's your core. It's your center. Okay? So this is the energy right now with this present card. Stay present to be present, if that makes sense. Moving on to our future card. Our future card is the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, I have one more thing about the 7 of Wands, okay? The 7 of Wands also signifies that things might feel challenging right now. So you might feel stuck, right? The supermoon energy, gravity is strong. You might feel stuck reflecting on your past, the past 6 months and how it's affected you. How can it get any better from here? This is a new normal. You don't have to accept those things. The 7 of Wands remind you that things are challenging right now, but you still have the fire to keep moving forward. So don't stop. Keep going. Okay, and bringing in the future card, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles always represent abundance, and we've had a lot of Pentacle cards that we've been pulling lately for our lunar cycles. The 5 of Pentacles in particular is going to represent abundance over loss, okay? So this means 2 different things. The first one is that you might actually experience a loss in the future. And I don't want you to bring judgment to this, and I don't want you to bring a lot of worry. It could be a very, very small thing. It could be a big thing. It could be financial. It could be something different. But if you experience this loss, remember what I said earlier. When we lose things, it's to create space for newer, bigger, and better. Okay, so the loss is creating space for you to gain more. Now, that might not be the case for this card for you. The other aspect of the 5 of Pentacles in the aspect of loss is to simply remind you that although you feel like you have lost everything, or you feel like you're going to lose things in the future, the truth is you are not. And the truth is you are so abundant. There's so much abundance and gold and glitter waiting for you. You just have to embrace that mindset. Now, pay attention to the colors of this card as well, right? We have this yellow again, representing our solar plexus, reminding us to continue to show up, because this is how we create our future, right? This is how we create stability in our future. But the orange here, the orange is sacral chakra. Remember how I brought in wild orange into the oils, or into the water element of our circle. So this orange represents creativity. This is your sacral chakra. This is the womb space. And I mean, this is an energetic aspect. So male, female, we both have an energetic womb space. But right now you're being reminded that you have the potential to create whatever future you desire. And that future can be full of abundance, no matter how you feel right now, no matter how much you've lost, no matter how much you may lose in the future. Understand that so much more is waiting for you, but you have to embrace that mindset. And that's really what it's going to come down to. So when you show up, every single day to your habits and your routines, you have faith that there's a future, and you have faith that these things are going to support the alignment of that future. And then that future slowly starts to show up in your life. I think these are really beautiful cards right now. And they really support the energy that's going on right now. The 6 of Swords in the beginning, talking about our past, looking at, again, the pink is the heart chakra. And, this might be representing soul contracts that you've distanced yourself from. and severed any cords that you've cut in the past 6 months or so. The red represents root chakra. You know, we're at this foundation of a new beginning, but with that foundation of a new beginning, we have to let go of the old. So we have to cut ties again to rise higher. Okay, I don't even think I need to say anything else on these. I think that they're self-explanatory. I think really beautiful cards for our lunar cycle. We're being supported over the next 28 to 29 days to really stay grounded, to find foundation, and to create our own calm. So I highly suggest you take this time to declutter your home spaces, to create sanctuary for yourself, you know, maybe have a place where you go to meditate and create that peace, a place where you can do your routine. If you need to make a list right now, if you're a list maker, it's a good time to create lists and to-dos, maybe things that you can check off every day to remind yourself or motivate yourself to, you know, show up to these things that you want to show up to every day. And, you know, don't forget to dream. This is the perfect time to continue to envision your future dreams, to dream journal, and, you know, to write out your future as you see it and see what you can weave and incorporate into the now. But it's all coming down to embracing your infinite potential, to create your own reality, to grow within this darkness, and to not let anything hold you back from here. So with that, we're not going to do any meditation or breathing tonight. We're right at the hour right now, so I want to respect everyone's times. But I do encourage you to go check out one of my videos on my YouTube or my website and find a relaxation. In particular, see if you can find a yoga nidra. I think I have some on my YouTube channel. It might be on the Vina Lene channel. I also have a Mother Moon yoga YouTube channel, but find a yoga nidra or a 20 to 30 minute guided relaxation. And I encourage you to tune into that right now, because it's a beautiful way to turn off the distractions of the external world, to honor time, to tune within, and to really envision your future dreams. It's also a beautiful way to connect to this deep, strong gravity and apana energy that's going on with this super moon right now. It can really give your body a reset by helping you to release tension all the way through. With that, we will seal our circle. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. I'm going to check the chat before we take those deep breaths. Vimy says, my birthday is in this time and I've been feeling to go inward, learn and create more. This all makes sense to me. I love it. Yes. Yeah. And I love that it's your solar return as well, right? So you really have the fire. You have this Mars retrograde fire. You've got your solar return fire. And now you've got this new moon in Virgo super moon fire, which is really awesome. So Vimy, I totally encourage you to do those things that you're feeling called to do, to turn within, to really embrace your creative energy and see where you can put that, and see what comes out of it. And, you know, that's how you stay stable. You show up to these things instead of showing up to the things that pull you away from that inner peace. It's beautiful. Thanks for the feedback. Okay, Moon Tribe, feel free to send me a message on how this moon is affecting you, or feel free to leave a comment on how this, you know, moon circle, any guidance that has come through, if it's supported you, or if you have anything else that you want to say, feel free to leave it in the comments if you're viewing the replay. And I just want to send you so many blessings on this new moon in Virgo. We will meet again for the full moon in Aries, a bunch of fire energy coming forward. And we will be coming up with that, I believe, on October 1st. So until we meet again, let's take 3 deep breaths. Let's inhale, reach the arms overhead. Open mouth, exhale down. 2 more breaths. Letting go of any tension. And thank you so much for tuning in, sending all these blessings on this new moon. Namaste.